you know, big report. Looks like ISM PMI will be worse than expected. Those job openings will be a little bit worse than expected here. All right, guys. So what I'm looking at is worse than expected. If the news is worse than expected, usually Dixie will rise. Okay, so I am looking for Dixie to probably come back to this zone here and head to the upside. As long as Dixie doesn't break any type of structure internally, primarily the structure that I'm looking at is going to be this zone. This is what I'm looking at, okay? I am looking at 10 a.m. to see how Dixie reacts to this zone. If Dixie holds this price, we should see a reversal here as news worsens and the Dixie becomes more valuable. Okay, now this is very dependent on news. I'll be honest with you guys. If news does shift, okay, like let's say this is a lot better than expected, and Jolt's job openings are a lot better than expected, then we could expect Dixie to actually fall and cut through this zone. And if it does do that and closes below, then we could expect Dixie to go lower here. Where would I expect Dixie to go if that ends up happening? Most likely break past that decisional candle on internal structure. Okay, most likely. I would see it probably go, okay, here to external structure. That would be this primary area. Maybe swipe liquidity into that zone on external structure, swipe internal structure, go to external structure, and then probably move to the upside. This is technically still, if we look at it on a long-term perspective, still bullish, even though this is a very, very tight pullback. Pretty aggressive pullback. Technically, hold on. Technically, see if this, the daily, this is still bullish. Technically, we still have a gap that we need to fill. Okay. So on structure just alone, kind of what I'm betting on, I do want to see price come back down there or come here. What I'm most looking for. Kind of like what happened here. You see what happened with Dixie here? I'm going to show you guys. See how we had swipes of liquidity here into external and internal structure? So we had swipes of external liquidity and swipes of internal liquidity here. You're getting the same type of movement here that I talked about, right? A swipe of internal liquidity here and a swipe of external liquidity here as well. See all those swipes of liquidity, and then the move happened right after, right? 10 a.m. really emphasized that reversal. We should see something like that happen here. Coming down to this zone and probably a swipe of internal and then a swipe of external liquidity and then a move to the upside. So let's wait for that. SPX must be going to the upside here, right? Kind of like we talked about earlier. Okay, I already gave out this trade. When was this, Thursday? Yeah, great trade, right? I mean, you have like what, like a 1 to 7 here. I'm just curious to see what happens. I want to wait. 10 a.m. I do assume we're going to have some type of reversal here. If once the JOLTS job openings does break down, or this thing could run to the upside. Right, could run to what I'm thinking already, 7,300, and even potentially 7,340. So let's wait a little bit here. Obviously, the news is going to be a big impactful event. If the news does come out here, and this thing does what I think it's going to do. Okay, first, if you're in this, let's stop loss to break even, because I'm going to probably switch my bias here. I would put your stop loss to break even. My initial thought process behind this. Fortunately. So bullish, man. The problem is it's so bullish. I don't want to sell against it. It's too bullish. If it breaks and closes above here, it's at 10 a.m., then it's very bullish. At a 47% market range. Okay, so there's a couple areas I want to pay attention to. First is going to be this zone here. Internal buys here. This is what I want to pay attention to. The second would be, because we did break that internal structure here, this is technically going to move to the upside. And then I want to look at what are the other areas that we need to cover. So we just swiped this zone. Go in the lower time frame here. This area already mitigated. This area here mitigated. This area here mitigated. This area here technically mitigated from this zone. This area has already been mitigated. This area has already been mitigated. This area has been already mitigated. This had a gap. This area here. Yep, this area already mitigated. This area already mitigated. All of these areas mitigated properly. Wow. Maybe on the 10-minute they haven't been. So the highs would be swiped. But a lot of these areas have been mitigated here. It's very shocking, actually. Okay. Regardless, it is what it is. I do want to look for a pullback on markets. We close above this zone, we're still ridiculously bullish. It doesn't even matter. If we don't, I mean, there's a pure sell-off here. Pure sell-off here. My bias for today, and a lot of you guys, I think we're going to do something like this here. I think we're going to sell off 10 a.m. 10 a.m. we're going to sell off. Come here. Okay. Then we'll have a slow, quick scalp to the upside here. And that'll be the day. Okay, that's my thought process here. I don't want to spend too much time on SPX here, but that's my thought process. Very similar to NAS, right? Called pullbacks here. Run to the upside. ES. Very similar pullback. Run to the upside, right? NQ, same thing. Why is the 10-year yield here? Should be over here. This thing's actually following. Yeah. Prediction process here very, very well, actually. Which is insane. Okay, this is some decent news for oil. I was a little afraid of oil. Wow, this is crazy. Oil literally hit the zone that I fucking talked about here. It's insane. Wild, bro. So fucking wild. I literally called the sell-off mitigation here and the run. This whole run, I basically called it this zone. Okay, I'm a little freaked out. Well, I'm not freaked out, but this zone here, I was gonna get freaked out because if we closed above, it would basically mean that we're going to all-time highs. That isn't happening right now. It looks like we've mitigated. We're moving low. We do move low. We'll probably break this low, swipe some liquidity, and probably head lower. If it continues on this spiral, unless there's some more updates on the war in Iran. And if that happens here, we're most likely gonna head here. Comfortably. External buying zone. This zone here, we can compress it too if you want. Right here, see that? 4 hour, 3 hour, an hour. What candle hasn't been mitigated? These candles haven't been mitigated. See that? These candles specifically haven't been mitigated. Those are the ones that I want to take a look at. Okay. Pay attention here, because this actually means a lot, okay? I've been waiting for this break of structure here that hasn't come yet. So we need to see how price reacts here. If it breaks even internal structure here on the 1 hour, this thing's gonna pull back and sell the hell off, okay? What do I mean by that? I'm waiting for structure here to be broken. Once that happens, it's gonna pull back and it's gonna do a catastrophic drop because we didn't break highs. Okay, again, this is only if internal sells. This is only if price and structure breaks. It's a gold. It's my favorite pair. Let's see the gold here.
It's waiting for some type of sell opportunity for gold. It broke and mitigated past this zone. Looks like it did. Let's go back. Not yet. Intraday. Let's go to the intraday chart. Wow, this is a really good. I'm fucking pissed. This thing left without me this morning. And it left early. Fuck. Okay. This is kind of where I'm assuming price can come to. This is what I would look for by gold specifically. Internal buys here. Reversal around this zone here. Market range, let's look at how much price has already moved. 70%. Okay. Hopefully it can come down here. There's enough room, volume for it to fall, but gold's gonna run to this zone. This is what I'm looking at. See these highs. Another 1 to 7. This is what my analysis here is. Very similar to my last 1 to 7. I don't think it'll come back. It's guys, like, usually the Asian range doesn't lift off until, you know, usually 8 a.m., 9 a.m., or even 10 a.m. This thing started to rally here at 7 a.m. Unfortunately, this was the entry. This right here was the entry. I'm pissed off because this is an easy fucking trade. This is like an easy. This thing could easily go, you know, 7,000 points here. That's all good. I mean, I can't catch them all, guys, right? But this is a guaranteed money. Gold is like my favorite fucking pair to trade. This is what I'm looking at right now. Copy link here. All right, I'm gonna be using the same $1,000 account that I talked about. Okay, I am in Magno FX. Okay, I'm gonna be using this account here. I'm going to be doing that with the flip challenge the entire time. So if you want access to the group and also me taking each and every single trade here one-on-one, the balance here is $1,000, right? So we're going to do this live in front of everybody here. What I'm looking for, obviously, we're going to go over the structure here. 5% risk of 1,000. I'm only going to stick to trades here that put me at 5% risk. So $50, unfortunately, is the only thing I'm going to risk. That means I'm going to have to scalp gold or go to GU here. Let me look at USD CAD and GU here. Okay, one thing that I am, what is USD CAD doing? This thing looks like, ugh, so ugly. I wanted this thing to run and it did the exact opposite. Did this thing break? No, it didn't break structure, but it looks more bearish than bullish here. Let's look at this here, the whole new lens. Oh yeah, this thing is selling off now. Wow, fuck. This is a good sell. Really, really good sell here. Internal sells. Wow, where was I? This is what, 9 a.m.? 8 a.m. actually. 8 a.m. Mitigated here, 8 a.m. Ironically, yeah, ironically, the market here is moving earlier than expected here. GU, this is a good buy too. 8 a.m. Wow. Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of the moves have already happened. Fuck. So, what I would have waited for here, USD CAD, this morning is I saw if we see a break here. You always want to mitigate, like on the higher time frame. Look for that mitigation here on even here. But this happened at 8, 9 a.m. All right. Even here, GU is a very easy buy at 8. 9 a.m. Euro, same thing. Interesting. I'm giving you guys my idea behind gold. I'll give you guys this here, because this is what I could see happen in the short term, and it's a safe pullback, but this is the only thing I see right now, unfortunately. Here, let me copy link here. Let me put this in the Discord. Okay, let me put this in the Discord, guys. This is what I'm looking at here. Okay, wait until the pullback. Swipe it to the 50%. That would be a good idea. Okay, so I do expect this to reverse here in the next 30 minutes. And then I will execute once that swipe of liquidity happens, okay? Once that swipe of liquidity happens here in the low, then I will run and I will execute. Okay, I usually have 5 confirmations that I look for, specifically with gold. Let's take a look at SPX here. Yeah, SPX is running, man. The problem is SPX did that move before I was even up. Like, usually it pulls back. Yeah, this thing has been running since 8 a.m. 7 a.m. Look at this. 6 a.m. It was already at highs here. This thing's been going since 12 a.m. last night. The move's already done. With SPX, guys, I'll be honest with you, the move is already done. Like, I don't... To catch it right now is to try to catch a runaway train. It would be stupid to try to do that. If anything, it's actually easier to short SPX. Some people will argue it's better to short SPX than to try to trade it right now. The move would have been on the pullback here at 7 a.m. in the morning and at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, where all of us were sleeping here. But right now, the move is gone. Okay? Because the move is gone, it's not worth even getting into the trade. Dow Jones Pepperstone looks like a good sell actually here. Isn't it ironic that US 30 and that look like 2 different charts, right? I think gold will come back down. GU, the buy already happened. That's the problem here. USD CAD, the sell already happened. I believe Bitcoin's going to come to 82.
this zone here. 82. Expect that liquidity and then head low. That zone. I'm looking at pairs that haven't taken off yet. GU, I want to buy so bad, but I can't because there's no pullback. This thing's gonna mitigate here, so this is like a problem. Even if we go on microstructure here, again, like this is already mitigated here, so maybe potentially here. Internal buy. We'd have to wait for a pullback here. Can add an alert, wait for an alert here. Yeah, the only way we're going to be able to get this here is somewhere here. Look at this here. Yeah, 0.8, so 0.16 here for GU. This is what I'm looking for. 0.16 for GU here. Fib extension. At least we can see something into here, into this line here. Let's get rid of sniper indicator. Let's get rid of this indecisional candle here. Let's go up here, price action. Go up here, price action. Right below. Hit 1.412. Pure price action. This thing goes here. To this high. See what I'm saying? This high right here needs to be targeted and needs to be swiped. Internal sells. Mitigated. The problem is price is already going to move here. So what's the next high? The next high would be specifically targeted. In internal structure. Probably this zone here. Alright, this zone here. So let's look at this here in a realistic standpoint. It is mitigating off this zone, but it's already broken structure here. So it's gonna move higher. It's just now waiting for the pullback, guys. Another good thing about GU is you can check this out here. Look at what they plan on doing next quarter. It's interesting for us to see. Not this meeting, but look at which meeting. July's meeting, they plan on hiking rates most likely. July and September. What does that mean? GBP is going to be moving to the upside. Dollar is going to crash. So what does that mean? For the next 2 months, this is most likely bullish, and you're already seeing this being priced in here in April. This is just the pullback of that. So we're waiting for price to pull back, and then a move most likely to the upside here. I hate that, you know, the move already kind of happened this morning, but it's fine. We'll try to see if we can catch any type of clean pullback, okay? I think, again, price will come back down here, most likely, and then I'll execute. This is what I'm kind of looking for GU. This is what I'm looking for. I will execute. And I see fit. Okay. Drop in the ideas in the trade challenge chat.
All right, so this is what I'm looking at for GU here for some swings here. I'm looking at this for GU. Most likely, hopefully, we can get a pullback here, a slight, solid pullback on GU. Even on internal, like you could see some internal move here and some internal move here. This is what I'm looking for with GU. Hopefully, some type of swipe. If not, I'll tell you guys when I do execute. Let me look at CAD. USD CAD is kind of doing nothing here. What's SPX doing here? SPX is running. We'll probably swipe downward. This will move upward. Will mean GU will be bearish when news comes out here. Let me look at gold. Yeah, gold's kind of slowly running. I want to see how it breaks 1 hour structure. We're just gonna have to wait a little bit, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We're gonna have to just wait a little bit. It's just, it is what it is. We're gonna have to wait just a little bit. I want to see some sort of like yeah, guys, I'm just waiting for gold to pull back here. So I do need gold to pull back in order for us to do any type of move here. Move's already been done. Waiting for some solid, nice pullback here for gold. I think it'll pull back at 10 a.m. here. SPX, it's kind of done. It's already gone. It's beyond overbought right now. It's also intraday on an intraday level. It's already broken the Asian range. Market ranges right now has it over about 68%, almost 70% of the average daily range. So SPX is gone. SPX has been moving since London session though. So it's, you know, since 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. this thing has been rallying. London's been buying it up. Let's look at, maybe we get something with GU or CAD. You know, with GU and CAD, even though it's a little bit, pullback's already been made here. It's going to extend to the downside. So GU, I'm looking for a bigger pullback with GU. It's pulling back a little bit more. It's going to run. GU is going to run. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It is going to run, but I'm looking for a bigger pullback. I don't want, you know, I know I get that it ran to this indecisional candle here. It looks like it's going to rally, and it can. I'm just trying to find a safe buying zone for everybody here. This is the safer zone to buy. I know some of you guys might buy now. It is what it is. But this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for just a little bit of a smaller pullback. And if it runs, it runs. I'm not really, I don't mind here. I'm going to be patient with this last flip, challenge, because the last one I just did it, and some people got it, some people didn't, you know? Numbers are keys.
Yeah, G is rallying here. All right, guys. I am gonna hop off here in like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm looking here for something, but I want to be patient here, just like the last flip challenge. If I find something, if I don't find something, then I'm not gonna force it here, okay? I don't want to, especially with the first trade, you want it to be a straight profit. You don't want it to be at all just a quick scalp. You can macro scalp this here on what, like the 1 minute time frame and buy that way, but it's not even really worth it, to be honest. Want to swing it. GU, gold, all to the upside. The problem is the moves and the pullbacks. All of this happened at 8 a.m., which usually is weird because, you know, 8 a.m. you'll see pullbacks, but nothing, usually the entries. Usually not a continuation, more of like a swipe. So usually what you'll see at 10 a.m. is that move to the downside. So we'll see how 10 a.m. news reacts to this here, and then go from there, all right? All right, guys, just waiting for this news event here. Waiting for it. And it's coming right now. What is it? Okay, we got 4 minutes here, guys. Let me see if I can find something else here for y'all. This is gonna sell off. This is already gone. G is gone. Let's look at BTC. Oh, BTC selling off, right? Didn't mitigate that zone.
I'm gonna go live tomorrow. I am gonna go live tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna go live tomorrow because right now, and I might go a little bit earlier tomorrow too. I might go live tomorrow morning, early in the morning, because
just to get more trade setups, because if I don't get something today, I'll probably catch something tomorrow. Unfortunately, a lot of the moves happened already, just based off the strategy. Like, a lot of the moves happened already. Like, gold lifted already for us. Like, optimal buy would have been at 7 a.m., 6:30, 7 a.m. Based off of my strategy, also GU, optimal buy would have been around, 8 a.m. Optimal buy would have been 1 hour earlier than when we went live. Even SPX, dude. Like, yeah, the most optimal buy would have been like 7, 8 a.m. Again, I don't want to catch something that has already gone. GU, USD CAD, all of it moved a little bit earlier today than I expected. Okay, even, you know, CFDs with crude oil, like crude oil mitigated here. What time at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Sell off, break of structure here, break of the Asian range. Even crude oil would have been 7 a.m. to move. You know, 9 a.m. it was already past the low here, and the RR is just not worth it. I'll show you guys what I mean by that. Like, the RR, you need perfect entries. Like, it would have happened at this mitigation here. If I would have taken crude oil, it would have been at this high, this mitigation zone right around that zone. Then it would have extended into this zone here. So it would have been to the 1.414, like right to this low, or even 1.62 to mitigate this zone. So now you have at least a 1 to 5 RR. But if you sell at, like, let's say 9 a.m., look at your RR, bro. Like, your RR is like a 1 to 1. It's garbage, right? So I'm only taking 1 to 3s and 1 to 5s. So because I'm doing 1 to 3s, 1 to 5s, I cannot give you guys a trade where it's already gone, you know? It's already gone. So with this trade here, it's already gone. There'd be no point in chasing it, right? Because if we chase it, then it's like the risk to reward. What do? We compromise risk to reward. So again, like, if I chase it, and I would have given you guys a sell here at 9 a.m., even 9:30 here, you know, what are we looking at? We're looking like at a 1 to 1 RR, like not even, like basically a negative risk to reward, right? Let's look at news here. Let's see how it reacted. Okay. Wow, better than expected. Okay, so this is bullish. This is actually bullish. ISA manufacturing, neutral news. Okay, so we have more bullish news than anything. SPX is going to continue on its run to the upside. So again, there's no pullback. So I can't give you guys a trade if there's no pullback. I don't want to compromise my risk to reward. Let's look at gold here. Gold will have a pullback, very small, but it'll probably extend. So I'm giving you guys these setups here. You know, we will trade tomorrow morning in case I don't see anything here. If I do and I get an alert for GU or anything, I'm setting alerts here for myself. So if I do get an alert, if price goes somewhere to where I believe that we can capitalize off of with a huge RR, then we'll do it. The one thing about my strategy is I need a big RR. If there's no big RR, I won't take the trade. It's good for times where we can get a big RR, but if the move's already gone, we don't chase it, right? We don't chase the move, okay? So market range here, specifically with SPX, it's already gone. 70 to 80% of the move's already done. With gold, let's go look at the market range here. 70% of the move is already done, happened during Asian. It's gonna come back and retrace, and that's where I'm gonna look for buys. With GU, let's look at GU here. GU still has some room here, potentially. 57% is not too bad. Probably pull back. GU will probably be the only pair that I'm looking at then. Let's look at oil. 60% of the move is gone. Okay, that's not too bad. 54%. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. If I see something, I will make a move about it. So appreciate y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one, guys.